Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Had an encounter run-in with basically Legionnaires again, and oh my gosh, it was a pain in the butt to survive once again from them. It is hella annoying. Anyway, we're at the station basically called the Gulp place. I don't know what the Rest and Gulp. What is this Gulp? Gulp and rest stop. Yeah, okay, so we're at this, and we're going to talk to some interesting characters, so we'll be right.
Welcome to the Grub and Gulp.
What is this?
Just a little rest stop that me and my good friend Lupe set up.
Really?
Last stop on your way into New Vegas, first stop on your way out. That's what I say.
Alright.
Sure thing. Anything else I can do for you?
Steak, a bunch of other stuff. What's the question?
Sure, fire away. I think there are a few places, but I've heard that the gun runners sell the best.
Interesting.
Dr. Usanagi runs a medical clinic up the road.
Alright.
All right then. See you.
Alright, so Fitz. Fitz has... What do you have? Is that knife anything special? Read the knife. It's just like a knife.
You need water? I got water. Clean and fresh.
Really?
Straight from Lake Mead.
Seriously?
If you're low on caps, I've also got slightly irradiated wasteland water. A little fallout never killed anybody.
Okay.
The NCR fixed up the pipe network pretty good, and water merchants like me are allowed to have some of it to sell. If we have a water license, of course. Still, it beats the inconvenience of having to trek all the way to the lake to resupply.
Alright.
There's a few independent ones like me, but it's mostly the big trading outfits that deal in water, like the Crimson Caravan Company.
Okay.
Shoot. They won't just let anybody into the strip, but you should be able to have a good time in Freeside itself. Just, keep a close eye on your caps.
Understand.
There are a bunch of crazies hopped up on all kind of drugs.
Now
Apparently
more.
they're using one of the old vaults as a hideout.
Oh, too
The
bad.
army should really get in there and wipe them all out.
I
but
did
I
that.
guess they've got more than enough trouble to deal with right now.
They're all dead.
Their main base is right over there by the old airport. It's called Camp McCarran now. Some people like to paint them all as a bunch of bullies.
Why?
Me? I'm glad they're around. They do what they can to keep things safe and orderly.
Alright.
All right. Glad to do it.
So you too also have it. This is 20 value. So it's $5. What is the actual current value for this? And that is a decent amount of purified water. She also has dirty water that we can actually turn into it. What is the currency for the $5 ones? I don't know. We keep on taking them, but let's see what the hell is in here. There's ramen and stuff, but we'll see. Ooh, there's the book, bottle cap. Okay, and there's another one right there in the list. Alright. What makes this the rest and go? Like, because that's not accessible at all. So there's a building that you can't even access. What the hell? Alright, well, on with the show. Also, I wanted to check out what the hell this place was. Real quick. Because there's a place over here, and I wanted to check it out. It was repconn things before we were ambushed on the road. A little bit farther down there, just a bunch of bodies lying around somewhere around there, and a few on the road probably from the Legionnaires attacking me. So we're going to check out what this place is over here, and this place over there as well, before we get into the New Vegas Strip. So we're at the repconn headquarters, and right now I can tell you there's robots all over the place, but friendly. So I'm kind of curious why these are not attacking.
How may I serve you, master?
The maintenance. Okay. So what's going on here? We're gonna go to the front lobby. Main floor. Oh yes. That's interesting. Dead fiends are on the ground. So fresh. If I was a fresh corpse. If I read it as a fresh corpse. Man, there's like 3 of them dead. 4 of them dead. Damn. Average door, average thing.
Hello. Please remember visiting hours are from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Please show your badge or make your way out of the building.
So 10 a.m. Alright, so we don't want to get shot like those guys, because I'm sure that's how they died. Visiting hours. So we got that. So is the maintenance?
How may I serve you, master?
So the maintenance robots are not going to kill me. Okay, so interesting tour guide. All right. Okay, so we need a badge apparently, some kind of like thingamajig. Right, and we're back. So we're going to take the tour guide. I'm not sure because the fiends are dead as hell on the door there, and I'm not really sure what the fuzzle.
Welcome to repconn headquarters, Rocketeer. Come all this way to see our little facility, have you?
Yes.
I'm here to answer any and all questions you may have.
Really?
Within specified parameters. And if you'd like, I can provide a tour of our museum.
Really?
I can answer whatever questions you'd like, provided your query is limited to repconn history,
All right.
research and development, or Robco.
Repconn's
Repconn's illustrious history began way back in 2054,
Damn.
shortly after the famous Delta 11 rocket was completed and launched.
All right.
Repconn's initial focus was on the development of fuel to be used in orbital propulsion in response to the energy crisis of 2052. Sad times indeed. The company really took off when Robco purchased Repconn in late 2076 to develop unmanned rockets to explore the solar system.
All right.
Very well. Feel free to ask me more about Repconn at any time. Don't be shy.
Will do.
The tour showcases Repconn's amazing scientific contributions
Okay.
and the promise of many more, coupled with its parent company, Robco.
Okay. So,
I can answer.
what was research and
As you may already know, Repconn is an industry leader in producing alternative fuels for military and scientific purposes.
Okay.
Repconn scientists were pioneers in fission-based propulsion systems, and have recently had some very exciting breakthroughs with plasma systems. The recent partnership with Robco has freed our engineers from mundane business matters, allowing them to focus solely on future projects.
All right. What about it?
Robco Industries purchased Repconn in 2075 to assist with some of Robco's military projects, as well as developing unmanned space exploration. The relationship between Robco and Repconn is mutually beneficial, and we hope that both companies bolster each other well into the next century.
So, Robco and Repconn are 2 different things.
Excellent, excellent. Please be patient. The tour will begin in just a moment.
All right. So, Repconn and Repconn itself and Robco.
Ready for the Repconn tour, Rocketeers? Courtesy
Create
of the fine folks at
basically
Robco, I'll be your guide
mass
today on the
destruction.
path of scientific discovery.
Also, these robots are in pristine condition. Nice. All right, let's go on the tour, ladies and gentlemen.
How may I serve you, Master? In the lead-lined case behind me is a spent radioactive rod from one of our old reactors. No need to stand too close. Let's move along, shall we?
All right. What is this? Doll rod? Not so, Rocketeers. This is a doll rod once powered by Repconn's old nuclear-propelled rockets and still contains harmless traces of radioactive material. As an exclusive, stay close, stare closely at the rod, but try not to spot the telltale glow. While it's cased, this case is in lead, lined with CAD's casing. It's the standard casing, not specifying requested for display. Not to touch, not to look, or stand too close to the exhibit. Keep your legs from moving and seeing the rest. Keep your legs moving and seeing the rest of the museum. So someone stole that because it's not there.
Look here, a row of multicolored plasma fuels. Careful, they may look safe to drink, but your stomach is the last place they should be. Why the difference in cylinder size? Refining our production methods has resulted in higher yields of fuel over time. That's
Really?
why.
All right. Hold up, Rocketeers. What's this? A trio of cylinders is not a trio of cylinders at all. They are containers holding a somewhat scientist called plasma. Can you say plasma? Repcon's always looking into the future and into our future. We do not have to worry about radiation or health risks or even lawsuits using this new improved fuel source to blast our rockets into the outer sky. Clarification: cylinders and plasma are factual corrected designs by display items, both by definition and scientific community. So these are not the actual things. Okay. Oh, what's this?
To my right, you can see a sample of some old safety barrels Repconn once used to store radioactive waste. Perfectly safe. On my left is an example of a mountain of Repconn safety barrels some legislators claim are poisoning our environment. Ridiculous.
This is his left, his right. Okay. Alright, hold on. Let me read this. Why, look here. A pile of itty-bitty safety barrels all nested together in like a family sitting down like dinner. Now, it's claimed to even be safest nuclear winter disposal protocols to seep poison into the environment that will never go away in Repconn's case. We say it with all depends on where you put them, and Nevada is just the place. Non-claimer for the hazardous waste barrels as per Repconn grocery specs. And what about you? Well, we all heard stories of radiation's dangers in fact or fiction. A common sight in fictions is military industrials that and the basements of selected government funding middle schools, and safety barrels are just what the name implies, safe. Why, their attractive coloring can be impeccable as the warning for the Repconn is an invention to our future filled with nuclear power. Theoretical questions are non-claimer for exhibit items cannot be used based on the criminal proposition. Alright. What's this?
Behind me is our most recent rocket project, which we're keeping under our hats until launch, if you'll pardon the expression. And in front of me is a model, not actual size, of the launch dome we are using to send our rockets screaming into orbit.
Alright, it's not... Oh, in front of you. Okay, so he's... Just like the rocket you see here, we're aimed at the sky, and we got a ceiling in the way, so see the Rocketeers while in Repconn was focused on non-radioactive propulsion engines. We are still needing to sneak back some of our older proven techniques with nuclear-driven engines to make space travel a reality. Partnering with our new buddy Rubco, we have dug up older, cheaper technology for upcoming orbital projects. No worries, even if you can't always see them, that we are up to there, and we can see you. And any implications of radioactive material as negative is uncertain to any. No way it reflects Rubco on its substantial with Repconn. Interesting. And then this. 4-star planets to short drive to the south, and you will see a rectangular dome at Repconn's launch facility. Not actual size. You may have heard the wild stories of rockets flying and impacting on nearby towns and communities, but Repconn feels that you can't place a price on space exploration. After all, Rocketeers, you do want to go into space someday, don't you? The statement is figuratively and unimaginable as evidence on the core of the law. Okay.
Now these colorful fellows behind me are Repconn's earliest experiments in flight. Feel free to read the plaques and learn, Rocketeers.
Alright, will do. I'm actually going to read them now. This is the Green Bean. Official called them Z4352I1P. By the silly engineers. We prefer to call these little scrappers by its true nickname, the Green Bean. After all, who wouldn't prefer in your backyard garden smoldering the name, or a green bean? One sounds like it belongs and mentioned on the news, and make news it did. Featuring repconn's plasma engine, it was so newsworthy that it decided to take a quantum matter module unit out to see if we could use it for non-explosive uses. The rocket nickname was chosen after results for the first launch trial. Landing trial. As for this one, Big Fat Fairy Fiend. Alright, V2932G1 may look big and fat, red rocketeers, but all fatty here ran circles around the Earth and not so long ago. So let's see what you can keep up. Sure, we answered and gave out more commonly known as the nickname Big Fat Fairy Fred. But repconn, we have chosen to focus on the successes and applying to what we learned about the explosive resistance shielding to future malls, even after landing platforms. The new reconstructed repconn launch facilities have been directed to beneficial of the discovery. And then we have Needlenose. This sleek purple R7729A3 is Needlenose. What happens when you mix fossil and plasma into the rocket and shake it up. Fossil fuels punch a sharp noise terror through the sky, and the plasma is used to shoot it throughout space into planets where repconn can mine more fossil fuels, continuing the whole cycle again, implying mining resources is the right in negotiation. Alrighty. Moving on. Oh damn. They got even robots here. Oh. Must have to eat, unfortunately. Ladies and gentlemen, my character does need to eat.
Now for the highlight of our tour.
Yeah.
Due to a generous donation from Robco, this next exhibit showcases the wondrous world of robots. Around you are the incredible iBot, the fearsome SentryBot, and the always helpful Mr. Handy. That helpfulness runs through our whole line.
Oh, that one. Alright, let's read this. This is ED, by the way. This is a version of him. Alright. The eye in the iBot. Robco always had an eye for robotics, and this is a little fellow is no different. This robotic marvel can not only recognize your face and voice with advanced facial and authentication recognition technology, but it can also broadcast video, audio as well. And think of that. All the sights and sounds you hear on your radio and TV, in your living room, at home, blasted directly at you, on the street, in the subway, bathroom, or wherever you may be. Never fear, you will never miss the news bulletin or presidential address again, no matter where you are. This exhibit brought you by your friends at Robco. Alright, you got the Mr. Handy. Mr. Handy. Never have many two hands. 3, why not 4? The Robco inspiring behind the popular and cost-efficient Mr. Handy Mall, the first line show here, is always a help around the household. Whether it's mom in the kitchen or using her titanium circular power saw. What? Or in the garage with Dad using his power armor piercing laser array. And Mr. Handy is not just helpful, he is our friend too. The exhibit brought to you by your friends at repconn. What? So you're telling me this guy has a laser which can pierce power armor and has titanium circular power saw? What in the hell? This thing is equipped for war, not a household.
This is the final stop on our tour. This model of our solar system is a small example of where the partnership between Robco and repconn hopes to go.
Alright,
See those little rockets zipping about?
Yeah.
They are manned by robots, tirelessly looking for resources to mine on planets beyond our own.
Oh, cool.
And that's it for our tour today, Rocketeers. Robco and its tiny partner, repconn, thank you. Any further questions, please feel free to ask.
Alright. Well, we already learned all that, so we're going to read the rest of them. What is this? This is not even mentioned by the thing. So, it got wheels. Some folks had asked, why not a Protectron with wheels? Robco wasn't afraid to answer that question. Protectron old bot. was the answer why safety standards were preventing the freewheeling domain to enter the mass market production. Despite Repco's best interests in terms of lawyers, we constitute in laying you can see the exemplary, well-funded experiment as was intended as a robot moving as fast it looks like it's still standing. The exhibit brought by, again, once by Repco. So then we got this Sentry. It's a very interesting model. Watch your step. Whoa there, watch your step. Don't be wanting to face a fearsome fellow if you accidentally stumbled into a restricted area. Whether supporting at least dual miniguns, rockets, or laser cannons, the Sentry bot is not only takes its job serious, but it also takes no prisoners. It's proof of Repco commitment to defense that is. These deadly guards are not concerned in chambers throughout its facility, so this is a warning. Watch where you step. Repco will guns be blazing. I butchered that last part very well, but right. Our rich story source system. Okay, our model of the source system, not actual size, isn't beautiful. Beautiful, isn't it? Repco is a substantial repconn and often glazed into the night sky, seeing the rich impragment of the stars and planets above us. Our goal to send unarmed rockets, unmanned rockets to the system and other systems to see our beautiful firsthand while mining even deeper into each planet's surface for precious resources we needed here at home. This is our promise to the mankind, extending our research into the future where the number of Repco and repconn rockets match the stars in the sky. Again, once again, brought by Repco. So Repco funded all this once again. So very cool. Who in the hell is supplying this? Who? Like, it's very interesting. Why? Alright, so the guys died. So it's Jenny Mirrod's security guard. We'll take that. So at least we have his security guard. Basically, so I guess that is Jenny Mirrod. So we'll take his security card key. I'm pretty sure now we have access to this first floor and all that stuff. What was this? This door. Gift shop. Okay. All right. So we're back and we hacked into the computer. So add user facial data to the base. All right. Yeah, official added to the first floor access. Okay, so enforce blah 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 to all repconn employees. From basically Pure Isabel, general manager. Hello everyone. Hello again everyone. To those for those of you right. We do. So, once again, to all of repconn employees, from Pillar is a general manager. Hello again, everyone. To those in main building may be curious about the men doing all the work in your offices, in the hallways. They are installing some enhanced security measures. That these measures are in place for your safety as well, safety and privacy of repconn family. Along with you are hardware and software security charges that each of you will receive a personal packet with a identification badge. It is very important that you wear your badge at all times. Again, it is for your everyone's protection. Oh, and everyone feel free to take a long weekend as soon as you receive your personal packet. Have a great holiday, Pierce. And then log 2. To all repconn corporate employees, Carl Rook, Vice President. Hello everyone, my name is Carl Rook. I am sure you can tell I'm your new Vice President. Until recent I was at Robco, working there as Security Division, but now your family and my family are one big family, as we thought it would be nice if we sent a older sibling over. And now I'm going to do as much as I cannot interfere with your daily operations here. My principal concern is going to be security. I hear that all have been adapting well to the new security protocols, procedures, or protocols. Well, we have gotten some new kids to join our little family here. So you'll see friendly androids patrolling around the main building, as long as everyone remembers to wear their badges at all times and make sure they are properly registered with security. These are friendly androids, and they will stay out of your way as long as you keep on as you have been. Everything will be fine, just fine. Thanks for your time, Carl. P.S. Remember, the third floor access is for exclusive executives only. If you need assistance from the peers, feel free to give us a buzz on the phone, and we will send you down a daily password. Thanks. Interesting. So, why the other, okay, so I understand for security purposes and, spies, but why the other clearances?
How may I serve you, mistress?
For, I guess, what is that? Some nice glowy one, too. Right, so, we can't get into that room. We need 75 lockpick, and we can't seem to find a key. So I'm not sure where else could be an entrance point, because in that office room there was basically nothing. There's nothing up on top in the rest of there. So I have no idea where else could we possibly go other than in that back door. Because there was this door and it didn't go up anyway. Alright. So I'm logged into I hacked the computer, and I'm gonna add this. Now I have access to the second floor, so now that's great to go. So we have 4 more other logs here dating. So this is Carl to Rook, Vice President, Shrine Informant Systems. Carl, I have made some progress in decrypting the packets, and from what I can tell, someone is sending progress messages to secure off-site server somewhere, where I need to go and adventure. I guess I would say that the measures are going to be to Poseidon, but I don't know if we have enough proof to make it a serious claim. Sarah. Good day, Mrs. So, this is Carl Rook again from also Sarah. And so, Mr. Rook, for the last couple weeks, so this is her, I have been seeing a higher usual rate of encrypted messages leaving the facility here. These messages are not unsure encrypted for protocol that I have not seen before. I am fairly certain that there isn't a DOD approved method. I fear that these messages may be a sign of someone saying inside information. Sarah 1. Okay? Then we got another message to Sarah, Informant Systems, from Carl, Vice President. Mrs. Wayne, please continue your investigation to these messages. Keep me praise on my progress you will make, and in the meantime, keep informing privately. I will make sure the appropriate parties are informed, and please call me Carl. Okay. So the president guy just wants to be informed as Carl. IT services, Carl, Vice President. Hello, we will need someone to come over as soon as possible and clear out all the old Vice President's data off of his terminal, as well as reinforcing that with my personal information. Thank you. Carl Rook. So that's sus as hell. But good to know, and I'm stuck behind a damn door, so That is super sus. So there's like, I guess there's spy corporation. So it explains why there's other forms of security basically running around in this thing. So
Hello, Mrs. Millet. I hope you have an excellent day at work today.
Mrs. Smith, okay. So they recognize me. Oh, okay. Well,
How may I serve you, master?
so they only have like for units. There's another terminal which is hard, essentially, to crack open. It's turbo. E75 skill. All right, so this is good day, Mr. Masters. So this is another employee. So encrypted message from to unknown. I have managed to get a password of Itre's computer and forward it to you within the release notes to the Q-35. Prototype is going to be stopping here. It's on its way to the Department of Defense. You should be able to encrypt it on the road. So that was interesting. So this is Q-35 Project Quantum Plasma Module Matter Injection Rifle. So the plasma rifle, version 32, status failure. Notes why version 32 did not have the power to yield of the version 31 or version 30. We managed to increase its stabilization by threshold by approximately 27%.35. It's promising, however, it still have to come with a solution for the version issues. Version 33 status failure destroyed. Lab destroyed. They are lost. Version 44 failure. Notes interesting. I'm not sure we are going to get the data from here, but it's not completely different direction from what we've been working on. We managed to recycle the matter of interest, the invention that we're using, polarize quantum spin. I think that we have solved the issue with the compensation field and have high hopes for the next weapon, version 35. Success. Notes: the data have received from the Luke Exaria. I'm just gonna call it Exagwan. Did the trick manage to stable build module? I don't think we have this weapon ready for mass production yet, but it should show that we are be working on the prototype as soon as able to get the issues resolved in a layer build. As requested, we are here to improve the when compared to the standard plasma rifle. The prototype materials is not suitable for extended field use. On the average of the Q-35, higher refire rate between times shot, more consistent increase of active bulk charge accuracy on long ranges, plasma charge 30 increase by energy. Interesting. So interviews. So this is log 1 to Julia Masters, COF from Leonard Spieler, Vice President. So there's a new Vice President, Julia, or the old one. I am sure you have heard by now Walco's interest of buying out our company, and we are past you and have been like-minded when it comes to the morale of financing our future for this company. Poseidon has showed interest years ago, and we are helped. You helped me rally a board in order to keep repconn automatrons like repconn automatrons. I would like to help you again with Rocco. Here's claims to that Rocco is buying the shares in the company, forcing a hostile takeover if we won't sell willingly. I don't believe that we will be able to pull together and shares without some to be approval of the board, but I think that you and I will have able to swing enough votes to keep the company safe. Hope you have a stand with me for this, Leonard. So some stuff happened down with the company. Again, this is Leonard to the same person. I stand with you, Leo. Give me a few days. I'll try to gather support with my allies on the board. I have ran the numbers, and I'm pretty sure you are right. We can fight this, Jules. So Jules is trying to help out Piers, or Jules is trying to help out the Vice President. World. So this is Piers Isa, General Manager, Jules Master. So you're right. Leo sent me a message last night. I've made a call to the board. I think we have the numbers that we're looking at. Pocketing from Robco, dealing with a no trouble getting into the board of the vote of confidence on him, Jules. So stuff happened. Don't know what happened. The stuff happened. Terminal. Unlock safe. Okay. Robco. So, again, this is from Carl to Piers. Hello, Piers. Piers of Oslo repconn. Now, that things are being set in motion, I am going to get your listener a point of contract with Robco. Have been handling everything of our arsonists during our transmission to Robco family. Our first period is going to be tying your security, as we know Robco handles many classified projects, and because of this, Robco will need to make a larger increase in security. I will be sending someone over of engineers of security personnel to discreetly install some enhanced security procedures. Of most will be pretty incurious on. However, all employees will be required to wear security badges at all times. Please have your people start wearing the badges well in advance for partnership, because becoming official. I think it will make the transmission easier. None of the security measures will be activated until I arrive on site. Hopefully everyone will be comfortable with the new rules. Thanks for your time, Carl Book. Then we have another data called Steel Renner's Launch Facility Project Manager, Piers Easy, General Manager. Steve, can you resend an email out to engineers reminding them about the security protocols? I have sent a message texting next week to increase the security protocols. Thanks, Piers. Okay. So, once again, some stuff is going down, some secret hidden business, and I need to find. Ooh, almost got me there, bud. Is he staying guard?
Therefore, access is for executives only. Please identify.
My bad. Okay, how the hell am I doing? How am I going to do this? There's no way in hell.
Therefore,
Damn it. Okay.
Therefore,
Damn it. Forgot that damn things there. Third floor access is inaccessible because I can't do crap about these things. So I have to guess I go all the way around, because this bot I don't have. Ooh, actually that's another bot. What's that? Ah, okay. Okay, alright. I got third access. So this is Piers. Damn. She didn't make it out. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Timely Games. I'm your host, Fizz Timely. And apparently, we went to repconn a while ago, and I went through the recording, and my apologies on not explaining why it suddenly just cut off there and seeing the rest. But we found a gun, basically, of a unique weapon, just like the one right here you see, of a plasma rifle called basically the Q35 Manor Module. Now, for some reason, it did not record the bit. Apparently, it was all corrupted on the sense of not showing all of it. So we're going to show you where you can find this thing and how to get to it for the rest of the video. So what you want to simply do is sneak around as much as possible by taking the Vault Tour. Once you get the Vault Tour in the first part of the video you saw, we're going to show you step by step how to get into that place on receiving this rifle right here, as you see. So On receiving the key card, the first key card there, you want to go all the way back. You want to go all the way back and try to get yourself into a room, which is basically a room of like at the very beginning where a bunch of prayers have died. So once you're here, we'll skip forward to the part that you need to be shown. But for now, we're just going to be in the walkthrough of where you guys need to be. So this room here, unfortunately, it's very hard to unlock the terminal. So in order to access this room, you'll have to go all the way atop to get into this room. Once you're in this room, it's going to be located, the module is going to be right here, located either floating or on the side, lying down on the ground through Curie model. But if you guys do not have a 100 lockpicking skill or very hard terminal skill, we're going to show you how you get through it. So you want to take these steps up here to the main second floor. Once you're in the main second floor, by the way, there is Brother of Steel people here that's also down for the count. You want to go through this way, avoiding as many as possible the robot maintenance until you get recognized into a terminal, which is right there on the mainframe, which will grant you access to the second floor. Once you're in the second floor, the terminals, now the maintenance robots should be no problem. Head up to the stairs right here on the third floor. Once you're at the third floor access, the robots will still want you to basically still recognize. This is where you can find your first power armor suits on the T-51 guys. Of course, it's always included. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, so once you're up on the second floor, you want to go all the way here to the repconn offices, or perhaps deeper in, there is this one right here. You want to go through this door. By doing so, you're going to find yourself in a new place. This new place allows you to access the top level of this place on the second floor. Once you're on the second floor, of course, you can simply go down, unlock, there will be a key or terminal that unlocks the door for you, and simply ta-da. So the first floor access and all that stuff. So ladies and gentlemen, my apologies for showing that this was like a failed, basically that the recording somehow just screwed up and did not decide to show the rest of the bit on how to receive this thing. But on the comparison to the plasma rifle versus this is still the same specs. A plasma rifle will require 25 energy, 2 strength, and 7 weight. The only difference with this is it takes about, instead of 24 bullets, it'll take 12. And it shoots on a high fast fire rate as located in the first video of repconn. So ladies and gentlemen, I've been Fizz Timely, right? And this has been Timely Games. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye bye!